Mbappé is again the most talked player this summer. Just like last summer, the summer previous to that one, Mbappé always seemed to get the attention. Why? Because Mbappé in the right team is the best player in the world. We do know that Mbappé to Real Madrid is inevitable with due time. But will he have a stop elsewhere for a year, Breton?
It sounds like it. I think PSG is getting into the conspiracy theorist type of situation when it comes down to potentially losing Kylian Mbappé on a free. And that scares them to no end, as it potentially should, because Kylian Mbappé is anything but a player that signs on free. So as of right now, I mean, just to lay it out there for everybody, Kylian Mbappé is off the preseason tour to Japan. He is not going with PSG. His brother, Ethan, though, will go, which is just kind of incredibly poetic in and of itself. But Kylian Mbappé, I think, looked at Cristiano Ronaldo's comments about Lionel Messi or about the Saudi League and Lionel Messi making his debut. And he basically said, well, now's my time to shine. I need some headlines. But PSG... Let's be honest, Alex, and then I promise I'll stop with this tirade here, but PSG has backed themselves into this corner. It's like Frankenstein, right? They have created this monster that is not Kylian Mbappé per se, but they have given him the keys to the kingdom, and Kylian Mbappé was right to accept the keys to the kingdom, and now they're looking and saying, well, what do we do? Because he's leaving, and we're afraid he's going to leave on a free. What do we do? What do we do? And his possibilities are endless. It's just, what would you do, Alex?
I would, honestly, I would leave. Mbappé said when he stays at PSG, he said, I need a striker because I want to play on the wing, and I do not want to play with Neymar. That is rumoredly what was said. So now we see Luis Enrique, that was the best manager ever with Neymar, going to PSG. And now the message is clear by PSG. They do not need Kylian Mbappé for the future of the team. The future that Nasser El Khelaïfi wants is to win the Champions League. And that is the sure focus. No one is above PSG. And I understand that statement done by the president. But yes, you said it. The message is clear to the whole world of football. The moment he doesn't go to the tour to Japan and Korea, Mbappé now is available, and Real Madrid are put on pressure moment for Florentino Pérez. Now, everybody expects Florentino Pérez to pay up big time. And I do not know if it's true, but 100 million supposedly can be on the case to convince the right club for Kylian Mbappé to leave. But people, don't put out the possibility of Kylian Mbappé sitting out on the bench. Because if that happens, who loses is not just Kylian Mbappé, but it's PSG. Big time. Big time. Because they'll have to pay, regardless, Kylian Mbappé more than 100 million. And he will always get paid more than 100 million for signing fee to go to Real Madrid next season. But if Kylian Mbappé decides to go to Al Hilal, earn 400 million, one season, 400 million, and the Al Hilal still pays 200 million to PSG. That is the best of both worlds, supposedly, if Mbappé wants the money for just 1 year to go to to Real Madrid. Because Al Hilal supposedly is fine with him staying only 1 year and then agreeing to go to Real Madrid after. So a lot of news. But my last question. For Arsenal fans. Arsenal fans are going to love this. If you enjoyed this video, like this video. Arsenal fans are going to love what I'm going to say now. And it is. If Arsenal and the Cronkies, if Arsenal sign Kylian Mbappé, the Cronkies will never know. In the next 10 years at least, will never leave their role as owners. And all the fans will always be so grateful for them to do this impossible, in my view, to get Mbappé. But if Arsenal got Kylian Mbappé, would they be the favorites ahead of Man City in the next Premier League, Breton?
No. No.
Arteta ball with Mbappé.
Absolutely not. No.
I don't know, Breton.
No.
With Declan Rice, Mbappé. I don't know. If Bernard Silva leaves Man City, I really don't know. I really don't know.
Okay, well, Well, if Bernardo Silva leaves Manchester City, that's interesting. I mean, Ilkay Gundogan too is a bit. I mean, all of this is a big loss, but it's Pep Guardiola. You laid it out. They got the best center back. They've got probably the second best center back, or in the Premier League too. They've also got still the best midfielder. They've also got the top striker. Kylian Mbappé, yes, would change things, but he would take a little while to get his feet under him. And if it's a 1-year project that he's entering into, it's put up or shut up. And it's not like this kid has never been injured before. So I think it's unrealistic to think that. And
1 year,
I know. I just hit my microphone. I know what you're doing here, Alex. I know what you're doing here.
What do you mean?
But I think it's more likely that Kylian Mbappé winds up at like a Newcastle for a year because it just makes so much sense. But you have to think about it this way: every one of these teams that we would mention, whether it's Newcastle, whether it's Arsenal, whether it's Manchester United, or even Manchester City, they all Chelsea doesn't actually have a plan yet. He would fit Chelsea because 1 year for Chelsea. They're hiring mercenaries as it is because they're not signing anyone as it stands. Arsenal, though, has a clear understanding of where they want to be. Newcastle, while it's not exactly public knowledge, they definitely have a plan on where they want to be and where they want to go. 1 year of Kylian Mbappé is literally just a tease.
Well, but I don't think he'll go for 1 year if he goes to Arsenal. Because imagine, I don't think for Arsenal it's beneficial just to have 1 year. I think Al Hilal, I think not a lot of clubs are offering the 1 year.
But the whole reason he'd be going to Al Hilal for a year is because the Real Madrid, in PSG's mind, the Real Madrid deal, whether or not they have confirmation, I don't know, but the Real Madrid deal is already done.
That's why
they're freaking out so much.
That's why Al Hilal is a better choice to then go to Real Madrid than Premier League.
It is, but I think, as a 24-year-old that is just starting for the most part in his brand development, I don't know. 1 year in Al Hilal to kick the tires and make $400 million, that probably makes most of his fans pretty happy, but might alienate a few others. And in the end, he's counting cash, so who the heck cares? But I see it's more likely what you said in the beginning, and I hate to bring it around full circle, is that I live in the States, and it's contract lockouts are a very, very big part of all American sports here. You see it all the time, especially in the NFL. I see it more likely that he literally does not play.
He's not going to Miami.
He does not play. I'm not even saying that.
That's a power move. What I'm saying
is in the Premier League, it is a power move. And that's the thing. Right now, believe it or not, Kylian Mbappé has the end game power if he actually already has a deal under the table with Real Madrid. Okay? Now, PSG, they're flailing, and they're trying to guess what's going on, and they're trying to monetize the last year they've got with Kylian Mbappé. At least that's what it looks like right now. So do you bench him as if to say, well, if you're not going to play for us, then you're not bigger than the club? You made him bigger than the club. You were the ones that made him bigger than the club. It's your fault. It is your fault, PSG. I am not going to fault Kylian Mbappé here. Now, I do think Kylian Mbappé, if he goes anywhere else, needs to become a true footballer again, at least on the club stage. Which, let's be honest, I mean, he performs every time he's out. So
I agree.
You might not act like it, but he will need to be. If he signs for Real Madrid in the future, Florentino Pérez is not going to accept this. Ancelotti won't be there, so whoever is going to be the next boss of Real Madrid will not accept being better than the club or bigger than the club. But PSG, there is no doubt in my mind that PSG is the one that put him in this situation as a 24-year-old.
You're saying so much now, because imagine, even if a new manager goes to Real Madrid, that new manager, whoever it is, 14 Champions League speaks for itself. And I think anyone realizes that the greatness of Real Madrid is never in question in this scenario. And that's why Mbappé will never question Real Madrid, and that's why he should go there in order to get a Ballon d'Or. Every football fan just knows that's the right thing that should happen. To equal to what Barcelona are doing, that is a very interesting project. But I completely agree. Qatar and PSG's board were embarrassed with this whole situation of an agreement for the next season for Real Madrid to get Mbappé, and that's why they will not accept, and they'll have to sell for 200 million. But the options are on the table. Al Hilal Mbappé, Premier League with Newcastle, Chelsea, Man United with Qatar Wait, definitely. But would it be 1 year? Tell us your thoughts in the comments down below. And do not forget to like this video for more videos like this. This is a very bold topic of Kylian Mbappé.